This is the plaintiff, Michelle. She says the defendant, her daughter, got into an accident in a car she purchased for her. The accident was totally her fault and she won't pay to get it fixed. The defendant's trying to manipulate her, isn't owning up to her responsibilities, and she's out $5,000, the amount she's suing her daughter for today. This is the defendant, Vontella Wright. She says her dear mother, the plaintiff, gave her the car as a gift and gave it to her at her baby shower. The mother told her she'd be responsible for paying her own insurance. She agreed, and that was that, or so she thought. After the accident, the plaintiff forbade her from making a claim on the insurance policy they shared, demanded the car back, and now they're embroiled in one big fat mess. She's accused of manipulating Mom.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff is suing her own daughter because she says she got in a car accident and won't pay. The defendant says her mom gave her the car, so what's the problem? It's the case of, baby, you can't drive my car.
Okay. You've asked to be referred to only as Michelle?
Yes.
Michelle, you are suing your daughter, Vontella Wright, for $5,000 in damages that you say she did to your car and has not made good on. Tell me what's going on.
Well, I purchased a car for my daughter back in 2011 for a baby
What's
shower.
the age difference between you two?
17 years.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
For a baby shower gift.
You bought a car for her as a baby shower gift?
Yes.
Okay.
The car is in my name. And
Why was it in your name if you bought it for her?
Because I was still making payments on it.
When you say still making payments on it, did you buy the car for the occasion of the baby shower and the baby, or was it a car you already had that you were going to let her use?
No, I bought the car
Okay.
as a gift. Once it was paid off, I was going to, put it in her name, transfer it in her name.
Okay.
And I paid for the insurance for a year because,
Okay.
I
That was
wanted
part
to
of
make
your
it.
gift?
Yeah, part of my
Okay.
gift. And just with the understanding that she'd be able to bring the child to see me because I'm in one borough and she's in another borough, and I was the only driver in the family.
Okay.
After paying for the insurance for a year, I explained to her that she would have to take on her responsibility of paying her own insurance.
Okay, but you were going to keep paying the car?
Yes.
Okay, so go on.
So the following year, 2012, I told her, I found a better package, a bundle package that I did, and the insurance was way cheaper than what it was when I originally started. So it was a little difficult for her to give me the money. She wanted me to go to the borough to get it from her, but eventually that worked out for that 6 months. The following 6 months, the insurance increased a little bit. So did mine's. So I told her, once again, you should put the insurance in your own name. And it probably would have been like maybe $100 more. She said, no, I didn't want to do that. That's too much money. I said, that's what you should do.
I have to imagine it's going to be a heck of a lot. How old are you?
I'm 27.
27. Huh, maybe 100. Okay, go ahead.
Right. So the following month in September, on the 4th, she had an accident. It was a rainy day. She called me up at work. She told me, Ma, quote, I had an accident. It was my fault. What should I do? End quote. I said, are you all right? She said, yeah. I said, was the baby with you? She said, no, I was on my way to work. And then I sideswiped a commercial van on the passenger
How did
side.
the accident happen?
The accident happened. I was at a red light, and there was oncoming traffic coming on the left side of me, and there was oncoming traffic in the back of me. A furniture truck tried to get on the side of me, and he sideswiped me. He gets out and he tells me, well, you could do what you want. It's not my car.
What does that mean? He doesn't care about whose car it is? What is it?
Because it's a commercial van.
Yeah, but was there damage? Put your hand up. Was there damage to his car?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was only damage to mine. So he said, your insurance is going to go up. So I don't know.
Why would your insurance go up if if the accident was his fault? You're not making sense. Because I think you're going to tell me now that you let him go and then you were going to take care of your own damage.
I was on the phone with my mother at the time.
Who would never say, let the guy go, shake his hand, and let's move along if the accident wasn't your fault. If it was your fault, I understand. But if it wasn't your fault, I don't understand.
It was not my fault.
Then you can sue the commercial company. They got a deep pocket. And you can get your car fixed. Why isn't that what happened if it wasn't?
The guy did not leave. He stayed there.
Exactly. So why didn't you sue his insurance to get the car fixed?
This is my first time driving a car. I do not know.
Oh, please, you're 27. Are your brain cells connected? Because I don't think you should be behind a wheel if you don't know that if somebody hits you and it's their fault, they pay. Their insurance pays.
I did not let him leave. I was on the phone with my mom.
I'll tell you exactly what that is. What that is exactly what your mother says, which is that you told her it was your fault. And then according to you, the guy says, all right, yeah, there's nothing wrong with my car, so you want to just take care of your own stuff and we'll call it a day. And then that's what happens. But that's not what happens. Because there is insurance, and there's no question that she paid for the insurance, right? And then you tell her, I don't want to claim it on insurance.
No, I said I don't want to call it in stating that I did it because the insurance is in my name.
Right, but they would still cover her. See, here's the thing. What you're doing is insurance fraud because the insurance is in your name so that it's cheaper, but she's the one who has the insurance all the time. But if you end up telling the insurance company that you loaned her the car, they may or they may not cover it, but who knows? But you are definitely collecting insurance money from her. What is she getting for the insurance money you've been collecting?
She was using a car. She was driving.
No. She's not just using the car. She's supposed to be getting insurance. I mean, I think it's wonderful of you to have purchased her the car, be making the payments, everything else. You chose to give a very generous gift. And that's fine. But on this one thing, she's paying you for insurance. She expects to be able to use the insurance. How you craft it is going to be your problem. But she's paying you for insurance. She's not getting a free ride on that.
No, I understand that. I just didn't want to.
So she wants you to go ahead and claim it, and you won't.
What she asked me to do was call it in, stated that I did it. It happened to me, or it was sideswiped, and that's what I refused to do.
Then don't. Then just say the truth and see what the insurance company does. But you refuse to even do that. So what was she paying for insurance for?
Well, in actuality,
what's the deductible?
I believe it's $500.
Is it 500 or 1,000?
The deductible is 1,000, and I have a copy of the invoice.
Let me see it. Let me see it.
Your Honor, I really believe that it was just a lack of communication. She never really tried to talk to me. I feel like she was just trying to, when she called me and told me, it wasn't the first initial statement, call it in. She stated, it's going to cost $4,000. I need $4,000.
Why $4,000? What kind of car is this?
This is a 2007 Jeep Liberty. That's what her initial statement was to me. And I said, no.
Has anybody actually taken the car in to see how much it's going to cost?
Yes, I did.
And how much is it?
I took it in. I have an estimate right here.
What is it?
57 for all the damages that was done. The car was parked in front of her house at one point, and there was a shootout or something. She never chose to call that in.
Wait, what?
These litigants are mother-daughter. It seems there were some insurance issues, and the daughter says she put her car in her mom's name. The mom is now suing for repairs, but the daughter says, whatever, it's her car. Let's listen.
The car had gotten hit by a stray bullet. No, the car had gotten hit by a stray bullet.
Wait.
All right.
I don't know, maybe this is common in your world, but I'm very interested.
It's not common in my world.
Okay, so what is there a bullet hole in your car?
So she say.
Oh, do you have a picture of the bullet hole?
Yes, I do.
Let me see.
Yes, I do.
Wait, had you ever heard about the bullet hole?
No. And I have text messages from me and her, from me trying to talk to her. She did not buy the car for me.
What do you mean?
She brought the car for her boyfriend. And during a breakup, she gave the car to me to use with the agreement that I pay the insurance. I
understand, but you understand that she's paying the monthly bill for the car.
Yes, but I didn't ask her to use the car.
I don't know what that means because you sound incredibly ungrateful. Okay?
No, I'm very grateful.
You don't sound grateful. I didn't ask her to do that. Yeah, it was a gift. I understand.
Because
I said that.
she's trying to manipulate me. I do appreciate the gift.
Right.
But the agreement...
Stop. How long has it been since you see your grandchild?
2 months.
Okay. Is she a good grandmother?
No.
Really?
No, she's not.
She got the car for you so she could see the grandkid.
No, she did not.
What did she give the car for you for? Because she hates your guts?
She gave the car to me because after her and her boyfriend breaking up, if she would have given, it would have been involuntary, repossessed.
What are you talking about? She could just, if she's paying the car bill anyway, she could just keep it in her house.
Yes, she could have.
Right, but she gave it to you, so are you saying that's not a gift?
It's a gift, but if something happens to it and I ask her to call the insurance
that's
and I'm giving her
distinct
money,
from what I'm asking.
She's manipulating me.
You heard me already ask her that. You know that I'm with you on that. What I don't understand is why you're so ungrateful.
I'm not ungrateful, but
Why is it your child hasn't seen the grandparent in 2 months?
Because she doesn't come see my child.
So
I
if the
have brought my child to go see her.
And she closed the door on you?
No, she didn't close the door on me. We had visits, but other than that, she has never come to my home to see the child or interact with my child. Before she gave me the car, just before I had my child, she told me she pitied my baby and she didn't want anything to do with us. We don't have a great relationship at all.
Did you have one before this?
No. I have brought my child to see her.
Let me ask you a question. How old's your kid?
My baby is 1.5.
Do you want your child to grow up with a grandparent?
Of course I do. Of course I do.
So if she wants to see the grandchild, are you going to allow her to?
I don't know at this point.
Why?
Because it's too much damage between me and my mother all the time. She didn't even raise me. Growing up with her, it was terrible. I started speaking to her the day when I gave birth to my son.
Well, you apparently spoke to her at the baby shower before that. Because she gave you a car then.
My baby shower was after? Because I gave birth at 8 months. She had that car at that time. The car wasn't in my possession.
Okay, but did she or did she not pay car payments so that you could have a car for 2 years?
Yes, she did.
And did she pay the insurance payment on the first year?
No. When she paid the insurance, that's during the time that her boyfriend had the car.
Okay, for how long was insurance? How long did you drive the car without having to pay for insurance?
A few months.
Okay, can I just ask you a question?
Sure.
All right, so is she all that bad? I mean, she may not be Mother of the Year, and she may have, I can see the text that she sent you. She doesn't have, she says, in one portion of her complaint, she says, oh, my daughter doesn't think of me as a mother because I'm only 17 years older. Well, part of that is that you don't act like a grown-up. Okay, I saw the text to you. I saw it. And it's hostility that shouldn't be there. You're an adult already, but you're an adult 17 years longer than she's been an adult. And this is no way to conduct business. And sometimes the two of you don't listen, and you need to listen for a second. There's someone else involved besides the two of you now. You're not a teenager, okay? And you're not a teenage mother anymore. Now you have a child, and every child is enriched by the presence of a grandparent who loves them. If they don't love them, then no. But if it's a grandparent who loves them, and I think that you will admit that she does, even if she doesn't make the efforts that you think she should make, then you want as many people as possible loving your child. You're a new mother, I am not. I know that even if I don't agree with the chocolate they're feeding my child behind my back, or even if I don't agree with the things that they say, grandparents enrich a child's life. And I know you know it because there's tears flowing from your eyes right now. And so you feel something. I'm going to rule, and then you guys are out of my life. And everything's going to be fine in my life. But I just want to pass along something to you guys. You need to be a little bit more of an adult. I know you love your daughter, but you don't talk to somebody the way I read in those texts. You have to be measured and grown up.
So, do you believe this daughter that, it was somebody else who got in the car accident?
Once the daughter starts driving the car, it's her responsibility to pay for any damage.
Well,
I think it was her fault, and she just thought, oh, maybe the mom won't notice it. And once the mom noticed it, she was in trouble.
I'm going to kind of buy that. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think even if it was not her fault and she let somebody off, I mean, she's taking responsibility then.
Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
You were wrong legally in this case in the sense that you don't get to make the decision that you're not going through insurance. I don't care that the insurance is in your name. If you charge her for insurance, that is what insurance is for, okay? You were wrong when you raise your hand to God and say you're going to swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and all of a sudden decide that the accident wasn't your fault, because I don't believe for 1 second you'd let the other guy go if the accident was his fault. You'd want to be able to claim it on his insurance. And to tell me, oh, it's my first time. If you're 10, I get it. But if you're 27, that's ridiculous. We both know the accident was your fault. But it doesn't matter because there's insurance. So what your liability is exactly what your deductible is and not a penny more. The car now is back yeah, go ahead.
And she got the car fixed.
And she got the car fixed?
Yes.
No, the car's not fixed.
I have pictures that she gave to my father. She gave...
Now, you took out, when you returned the car to her, you ended up taking out the radio. You had put in a better radio.
Yes.
And then you took out the radio. that had been in there, put in your better radio, and then when you returned the car to her, you took which you're saying you're going to report the car stolen, which is garbage.
I never stated that.
And I have the.
Yeah, you did.
And I have
wait. Did she say she was going to report the car stolen?
What she did was tell me she's going to come get the car. And in the process from me coming from work, she called the cops on me.
Right.
For
mediation. For mediation.
The voicemail.
Go on.
I have a voicemail from the officer telling me that if I don't return the car back to her, that they're going to arrest me and charge me with a misdemeanor.
That's what they do. That's mediation.
That's not because if you give somebody a gift, they don't have to return it to you. You have to go to court to sue for your gift
She sent
back.
me texts stating that she was going to return the car back that weekend, and she never did on the 7th.
Let me ask you a question. What was the idea? What should have happened here is this. It should have been an attempt to claim it through insurance. She should have paid the deductible, and she should have kept the car that was a gift. What ends up happening here is you take the car back by force and police. So now you have no car, correct?
No.
And that's black tape on the car.
These are bad pictures. I really can't tell. What?
That's black tape on the car. It's not fixed.
Okay, I don't know whether it's fixed or it's not fixed. Here's what I do know. What I do know is what I just said should happen didn't happen. And I started to say a moment ago that I was going to order her to pay $1,000 for the deductible. But that's what would make sense if she still had the car, which was a gift. But you ended up taking back the gift because of the problems that the two of you had. So she's now out.
I took back the car
gift.
because
You don't
she
get to take
stated
back
she
a
was
gift.
going to return the car. If you look at the text messages, she stated that she was going to return the car that weekend.
You're saying, give me back
and then
the car.
She claimed that she called the lawyer.
Yeah, you know what? Here's what's going to happen. I'm not going to order her. I would normally order her to pay the $1,000 deductible because that's the deal you guys had. She pays for insurance, so she eats the deductible on an accident. But once you take the car, you've deprived her of the rest of her gift. So she's not going to pay you anything because you took care of it by taking back the car. That's my ruling. Good luck, folks.
Okay, we are going to take a break. When we come back, Kurt will talk to the litigants in the hallway, so stick around.
And with that ruling, the plaintiff leaves the courtroom, joins us here in the hallway. What's your reaction to this?
It's just a sad situation.
It's sad to be across the court from your daughter, right?
Very much so.
What is that like?
It's not a good feeling at all.
Well, how do you move on from here now that this case is resolved and out of the way? Put it behind you. Where do you go from here?
I really don't know.
Well, don't you want a relationship with her
Absolutely.
and to have a granddaughter in your life and a daughter?
Absolutely.
You do. So
Yeah.
what are you willing to do to fight for that?
Maybe counseling.
Right. All right, you head right down this way. All right, come on in here. So the defendant's here. At one point during the case, there were tears in your eyes. What was going through your mind there?
Because me and my mother have a terrible relationship, and I feel like she was manipulating me and trying to make me pay for something that I already paid her
All
through
right.
insurance.
This is behind you now, though.
Yeah, it is.
You want to move forward from here? Don't you want a mom and a grandmom in your child's life?
She doesn't want to do that, so I don't know.
She says she does, and she even mentioned counseling
I
just
know
now.
what she said, but I know what's going on.
Are you willing to fight for it?
No.
Harvey, what do you think?
When you sue somebody, the point of the lawsuit, if you win, is to make you whole. You can't get a financial windfall. So if you get hit and they say the insurance company pays for all the damage except the deductible, you cannot get the full cost of repair. The only thing you can get from the other person who caused the accident is the actual deductible. You can't get all of it. All you can get is what you are out of pocket, and that's the amount the insurance company won't pay.